Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today. No one said it was going to be easy to live in the Philippines. Coming here on vacation and being an expat here are two totally different things, and I want to talk about that today because there's a video going around of a young man. He's young, he's healthy, and he's broke. Because we have the impression that it's easy to live in the Philippines, that it's easy to make it over here now. I don't know if the vloggers have given us the impression that it's easy, but I'm gonna tell you that it's not. I want you to think about something. You come to a new land, you don't know anybody, you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going, and to top it all off, you can't speak the language. You can't speak the language. Let that sink in. They understand your language, you don't understand theirs. And so we don't have a solid plan for living over here because we think it's easy. Well, you better think again. It's not impossible, but it's certainly not easy. I think we need to give a little bit more time to preparing to move over here. Put some respect on the Philippines, or there's going to be more people failing. Now, according to the Department of Tourism, about 8 million people, foreigners, come to the Philippines every year. I don't know how many of them eventually settle here, but let's just play with the numbers. 1% fail. Just 1%. That'll be 80,000 people. And since 12.5% of those are Americans, now you're talking about 10,000 people failing. Well, you say, Cal, that's too many. Well, let's cut it in half. Let's make it 0.5%. Now you're looking at 5,000 Americans over here who have failed, who are struggling, who need help, who need GoFundMe pages to get back home or to make it to their next check or whatever it is. That's a lot of people, guys. I helped the young man. I sent him 15 Canadian dollars because shout out to Alex living abroad who interviewed the guy, set up a GoFundMe page for him. So this is why I want to talk about this today, because there's far too many people failing over here. We can't help everybody, not with GoFundMe pages, not with money, but we can give them some advice, man. When I came over here for the first time, I just jumped on a plane and came over here, but guess what? I was only here for 2 weeks. I wasn't here trying to live. It's a big difference. You have to be better in the Philippines than you were at home. You're talking about coming to a country where 2/3 of the population is probably earning somewhere less than $250 a month. I'm on the mean streets of Manila right now, man. It's tough over here. If you don't want to make drastic changes, I'm talking about immediately, you need to stay in the West, where it's easy, where everything's done for you. But if you want to live over here, first of all, you got to have some self-discipline. You know, that's not easy. Everybody doesn't have self-discipline. Bain Buntag, I mean, Magandang Umaga. I'm Bisayan. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about this subject today because there's a lot of men, American men, out here struggling on the streets of the Philippines with no living abroad, no sunshine shoulders, no old dog new tricks to bail them out. And if this video can just help one person to be able to have some type of success over here, then I've done my job. Guys, it's a lot of videos talking about, oh, what's the #1 scam in the Philippines? How to find a woman, how to date and all that, but it's very few videos out here talking about how to live over here, how to thrive over here, how to make it. See, somewhere along the line, my channel and my message gets lost in translation with a lot of people. They don't like me, so they think, oh, I can't tell them anything. But I'm showing you what it looks like to thrive over here. There's not a whole lot of vloggers over here that's doing that. They're interviewing people, they're riding around on motorcycles, showing you how to find women, where to find women, but they're not building houses. Okay, they don't have a family. They're not settled. Because that's what your life is going to be like over here. You're not going to have a motorcycle running around the Philippines. You're not going to have a microphone stuck up in people's face, interviewing people at the mall and all of that. So the first thing I'm going to say is it's going to take some self-discipline. I know what I'm talking about, man. I've been over here over 6 years. Just put some respect on my experience. You don't have to do anything I'm saying, but just watch what I'm doing, guys, okay? 5,000 American men over here struggling. That's on the low end. It could be 10,000. I mean, so what are you talking about? Self-discipline. Well, make a plan and stick with it, whatever that plan is. Now, according to the young guy, he had a plan to come over here for 6 months and go back home. Well, evidently, his plan failed. He didn't follow the plan. When his money ran out, he tried to stay here or whatever. But you gotta have self-discipline. With a budget, that's all a budget is. You're setting a limit on how much money you're gonna spend every month. Set a limit and don't go over that. If you're talking about saving, what's your goal? If it's 5% of your income, save 5% of your income. Self-discipline and discipline is two different things. Discipline is when you punch the clock at work. Okay, you know that if you don't punch the clock and if you don't show up on time, you're gonna lose your job. Self-discipline is doing what you have to do when you're supposed to do it because you have to do it. And nobody has their foot on your neck. A lot of people over here are surviving, they're thriving. Because they got self-discipline, many of them don't have YouTube channels like mine and like others. But it's far too many videos talking about the bullshit over here and entertaining you. They're not telling you how to thrive over here, how to live among the locals, how to get along with the locals, what it takes to really live over here. You gotta be better over here in the Philippines than you are at home, man. The Philippines would chew you up and spit you out. If on the low end, 5,000 men, American men over here struggling, that's a lot of damn men. So some self-discipline, man, as part of your plan. Put some respect on coming to the Philippines. It's not easy, guys. I get passionate about this stuff. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to do any damn thing I'm saying. I'm showing you that it can be done. You gotta have a positive attitude. You gotta make these changes immediately. You gotta come over here wanting to succeed. Make yourself the #1 priority. Stop chasing women 8,000 miles away. Giving all your money, all your time, all your attention to her. Put that on yourself, man. Make the unspoken agreement work. That's self-discipline too. Okay, put it down what you're gonna do and then do that. But then hold her feet to the fire. What are you gonna do? Okay, then do it. Because it's not fun and games over here. Why too many men not only are struggling over here, they're dying. You know, it was just a shock to me that this young man, you know, the video's going around, it's getting a lot of hits, a lot of views, and the GoFundMe is going up, but I've just got a sneaky suspicion that it's just gonna prolong his agony. I don't believe he wants to go home. I don't believe he's learned his lesson. But we can help him one time. But I'm not going to be over here enabling grown-ass men who don't want to listen, who don't want to take suggestions, who think we're going to fund their existence over here. I'm sorry, guys. It may sound tough. I got it from the mud over here. Okay, people think, oh, just go over there and start a YouTube channel. Well, do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's getting harder and harder to make it on YouTube. All the competition. If you don't have a clear-cut message, man, people aren't gonna listen to you. But there's only so many videos you can make about scams and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, look out for scams so you can keep your hard-earned money in your pocket. Okay, find you a woman and be done with that. But now we're talking about living, guys. We're talking about living and thriving over here. I'm ready to go home for about a month or so to take care of some business. But I've been over here over 6 years in a row. Me and Merlin was talking about that yesterday and how far we've come in that little short period of time. Because we made some goals. We worked together. We wasn't out here pissing off our damn money. We're practicing some self-discipline. I'm preaching today. There's far too many men over here struggling. If you think every week we're gonna be setting up a GoFundMe account for you sorry suckers, I'm sorry, it's not. We're not. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know why I didn't have any sympathy for him. He didn't garner any sympathy from me. That's shocking to me. I didn't feel him. I didn't feel that his story was sincere. You know, but I don't know for sure. But if I don't want to help you, you're in bad shape. But I sent them some money anyway. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But it's time that we put some respect on the Philippines and what it takes to live over here. You guys coming over here, man. You see, guys, we give you the impression it's easy. And then when you come over here and you realize, man, it's not that easy. Now you take it out on the Philippines. You take it out on the vloggers. You got to have a solid plan over here, man. You're 8,000 miles from home. You cannot speak the language, guys. You're already playing behind the sticks. You're already behind the 8 ball. They understand your language, but you don't understand their language. You can't speak one sentence of Filipino, but they can have a whole conversation with you. Okay, this puts you at a grave disadvantage, first of all. You don't know anybody over here. You say you don't want to deal with foreigners. Okay, well, who you gonna deal with? You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you are. And you don't want to take suggestions. You're gonna be one of the 5,000 men who come over here and fail every year. That's just being on the low end. It's probably more. I'm talking about 12.5% of the visitors here to the Philippines are American, then 5,000 American men are failing. And then a certain percentage are dying. You won't take care of yourself. We're out walking now. You won't eat right. You think you can come over here with that same routine you got at home, that same fucked up attitude, those same badass habits, and thrive in the Philippines? I got news for you, it's not gonna work. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Yeah, I'm preaching today. 5,000 men struggling over here every damn year, that's too many. You know, I'm trying to relax over here. I ain't trying to save nobody. But they take us for granted. They know that we got these big platforms and we can put them on here and save their dusty ass. I help anybody. Certainly if you really need help. If you're on your back in the hospital, if I see you laying in the street. But this young man, he's young, he's healthy. He needs to take his ass back home, and I hope you're listening, and start over. There's no shame in that. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find it in your heart to help somebody. There's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. We're gonna do our spin wheel tonight. We've given away over 2 million pesos to help Filipinos, struggling during the pandemic, but we just kept going. We said we were going to help 100 families. But what we've ended up doing, we stopped counting at 2 million pesos. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure: when we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. When you come over here, have a damn plan. Practice some self-discipline. Put yourself first. Stop chasing these women 8,000 miles away. It's not easy over here, but it's certainly not impossible.